like that. Well, hello and welcome back to another mussel fishing film. Today is probably the last day we're going to get where we can sort of choose what we fish for. It's the start of October. I quite like October fishing because generally it can be quite good, but the weather's just been awful. We've got one singular day in a bad weather period where we're going to try and get out. I think it's about probably 9:45 in the morning. There was no rush this morning. I had a nice breakfast, had a nice coffee, some water. And I've got someone with me today who's also got a Polycraft 300 Tuffy. He's bought one locally to me, and we're going to go out today and see what we can catch. All we've got on board is wrecking gear, so sidewinder lures, booms, shads, that sort of thing, and we're just going to see what we can get. The water is very, very murky inshore. It's been, I say, it's been a really bad few months for the weather, and inshore's just horrible. It's brown, chocolatey, not nice at all. So I think we're going to have to try and get off sort of 6-7 miles today to get some clear water. Hopefully we'll be able to. The wind should be under 10 miles an hour all day. If it is, then the weather will improve throughout the day. The swell will reside further out as the day goes on, and we should be able to get a whole day in to try and find some fish. Might go batting later on, we will see. You're along for the journey. I'll talk through the tactics, the rigs a bit later on. But I know you're all fully aware that I love the sidewinder lures, and that's what we've got on board today. So I'm going to pop my life jacket on now that I've launched a little bit, check my surroundings, pop my chart plotter in, and we'll go and see if we can get some fish on the wrecks and maybe some big squid later on. Windier than expected. Of course it is. We're going sort of wind against tide at the moment, so I didn't expect it to be that nice, to be honest. Hopefully later on it'll improve. Just going to set us up now for a drift, and we'll get down there quickly and see if we can hit the wreck first time. We'll do this wreck for a little while. I'll keep an eye on the weather for a bit, and then we'll see what we can do. As I said, we've got squidding as a backup option, and bassing later on the ebb when it's wind or with tide, but it might be a bit calmer. Right, we're just approaching the line now where I think we're going to be able to drift, so let's see how we get on. So obviously it peaked up a bit. Yeah, I must be on the wreck. Oh no, I'm off.
What have you got on sidewinder?
Yeah, but that was so high up, so I think it may have got caught on that rope.
Okay, yeah.
Possibly. Right guys, first time ever that I've witnessed this out of Eastbourne. There is a pot on the wreck, and I've just got caught very, very high up in the water, so I think that the rope is sort of going along. They probably, don't think it'll be, they won't be wreck netting because that's not allowed, but I think they might be going after maybe Could be a whelks, lobsters maybe. Not sure what that boat goes for. He's got his number on it. But yeah, I think I might have caught it on the way up. I'm going to do a couple of more drifts to see if I can find a drift line where we're not affected by that. I've got my drift line obviously on the sonar now, so we can see what happens. Big tide today as well. Very big tide, so any wind which is extra we're going to feel today, unfortunately. Right, I better get myself set up again. Yeah, that was a bit annoying because that hook definitely got caught on the line of that pot, I think, so it's dragging a lot, which also doesn't bode well if you're motoring over it. So I'm going to go and try again now and reset this drift so that we don't hit that pot. Yeah, very irritating really, but it is what it is. We will try hard today to get some fish on board. I don't think it's going to be an easy day. I think the conditions are against us. It's an easterly wind, and out of Eastbourne, easterly winds, they can kill off the fishing. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy day, but it's the only day available to us with the weather. So I'm going to try my very best to try and get some fish on board for you. Right, let's get down there because the wreck's coming up already. It's a very, very fast drift actually, so what I might have to do is set my drifts up way back to give myself time to set up. The wreck's not quite come in yet, but it is going to in a minute, so we're going to drop to the bottom, see if we can pick up a fish or two. We'll keep an eye on that pot as well. We might knock into that pot possibly. We'll see. So with big tides, as soon as you hit the deck, you've got to get it off quite quickly because you will get snagged otherwise. You can imagine your weight's at the bottom going 2 knots, it's going to get caught in something. We're still over the wreck. Hopefully we are fishing it, like, don't get me wrong. That pot's not totally stopping us. Just whether we get caught in that rope at all, you know. As I said, I don't know what the inshore wrecking is like at the moment. I've not done wrecking for about a month out of Eastbourne. You know, the sea temperature's quite warm, so I don't see why it should be bad yet or not productive. But there was a time a few months back where I was getting a fish every single drop basically. John, at least the sun is out, it's not raining, and hopefully later on it will calm down a bit. I think it might do. It's just whether we can put up with the horrible weather to get to that, you know. Right, so we've got drift number 3. I'll put us well back from the wreck this time to give us time to get to the weights to the bottom, the transducer into the back of the boat. And yeah, just gives us a bit more time to get down there and work our lure over the wreck, opposed to getting on it sort of straight away. Oh, there was a tap. There was a tap. So there is some fish down there, and I've got some fish on the finder now. I can actually see some. So there is fish on this wreck. Probably just some small pollock. But I'm going to drop down again because I can still see the fish. Yeah, there's a few fish down there, guys. Oh, there you go. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on. Not a big fish. I think it might just be a small pollock. Might even be a pouting. Oh no! Bloody hell! It is a pouting. That's mental. A pouting at nearly 1.5 knots. Well, the lure's popped out, and there's our pouting. There he is. I'm going to get back down because we're still over that wreck and we're not going to hit that pot buoy, so sort of found a drift line where we can make it work, I think. Right, we're going to go and try a little bit further off now as the tide's dying down a bit on a bigger wreck a little bit further out, just to try and find some clarity in the water. So yeah, work a bit harder, go a bit further out, hopefully find some clearer water, hopefully find the fish. Right, so we're at our second wreck of the day. It's a little bit further out, and I would say the clarity looks a little bit better. It's a very big wreck, this one, so hopefully it will be holding some fish. Yeah, it's that time of year where sometimes you just got to work that bit harder to get something, unfortunately. Well, I'll tell you something, it has not been easy to find any fish today. We've done quite a few drifts on a couple of wrecks. Usually you pick up a couple of fish if they're here. So I wonder if they're just a little bit offshore. As I said earlier, we've got two options really. We can zoom down to Beachy Head over slack water and fish the ledges on the ebb, but problem is it's inshore, so I don't know what the clarity's like, and I don't know how it's been fishing there recently either. I've got no idea. So that's a bit of a risk. Or we stay out here, we hope the weather keeps improving, and we just keep pushing it further and further off, trying to find some fish. That might be an option. I've got plenty of fuel on board, and it does seem to be one of those days where I do think we're going to get a nice flat evening. And if you've got a flat evening, if you've got 10 miles to bomb in, it doesn't matter because you can do 20 knots and you can be in sort of within half an hour. Yeah, the wrecking's difficult. It is difficult, but it's getting to that time of year now where it does become difficult inshore and you've got to start doing different things. Right, well, I have a feeling, guys, inshore wrecking now, the season, I think, unfortunately, is over. I think there'll be occasional fish on here. I think you might get some, but I don't think they're there in their numbers anymore, unfortunately. I think they're already starting to push off. Yeah, I think they're starting to push off. I just think they're out of clear water, maybe 10 mile off. So if I do any wrecking in the next sort of 30 days, next month in October, I'm going to have to be thinking of, you know, 9-10 mile off on perfect weather days. Now the weather's fine today, we could do that, but we're not going to. We're going to go and head towards Beachy Head. We're going to use the slack water periods now to basically travel. We're going to use that as our travel time. So when we get to the ledges down at Beachy Head, we'll start on the ebb and then hopefully we'll get into some bass. I don't know what the clarity's like, I don't know what it's fishing like. I'm hoping we'll get there and I'll see a load of commercial boys in their boats fishing, because that means that there's bass there. That's what I'm hoping. It's a bit of a risk because if we go there, there's not much, the options are very limited with lures that way. We've only got bass and that's it really. There's a couple of wrecks a bit further out, but that's about it. We could try for squid on the way in, which is what I might do, but yeah, let's get the motor underway and let's head to the ledges to see if we can make something of this trip. But yeah, I think now, unfortunately, I think wrecking, generally speaking, inshore is had its season. Arriving at the ledges now. There's 3 boats here currently, so hopefully it has been fishing, you know, okay over the last you know, few months. We'll see. I'm just going to set us up for a drift. Same shad and boom setup with the sidewinder lures. Yeah, see if we can get one or two. Right, very, very sorry, but we missed the whole fight. We've got a bass. Only a small one, only a small little schoolie, but we've got one. Yeah, the GoPro ran out of battery mid drift, but there we go. Just on a 4-inch sidewinder lure. Finally, a fish of note. Well, not really. It's only a schoolie, isn't it? But it's a fish, and it means they're here, so that's good. There we go, on bass, which we're going to put back because he is quite a bit undersized. I reckon today the fish are camera shy because the only take I've had and fish I've had is when the camera switched off. Got a few more boats arriving now, so that tells me it's time it's going to switch on. 2 knots of tide, so it's quite strong, but it's all okay. We're using quite a heavy weight to get to the bottom. It's already time to reset the drift. I'm going to probably give myself a bit of a bigger drift this time. Hey! Yep, fish on for me. Yep. Yep, fish on, guys. Oh, he come off. Mine came off. Damn it. Oh, he's good. Yep, fish on, fish on. Yep, this is a better one. This is a better one, guys. Hopefully this one stays on this time. Hopefully this one stays on. This will be a sizable one. Hopefully this one stays on. Yeah, 2 sadly. Oh yeah, that's a better fish. That's a better fish, that's a better fish. Yes, there we go. Right, there we go. That's my first proper fish of the day. Yeah, I've not really been able to focus, so my head's not quite there, but there we go. Caught on a 4-inch sidewinder scaries eel. Nice little bass, and I will take that for dinner. That's lovely, fantastic. We'll I think we've picked up a good little drift line here, so try and get a few more. Wicked stuff. Some of the commercials won't like the fact that we're here, but it's not their seat. At the end of the day, we're resetting our drifts correctly, we're not steaming over the marks, and we're being respectful, so that's all you can do. That is all you can do. Currently being treated to a Spitfire display. Regularly come over Beachy Heads doing loop-loops and barrel rolls. Pretty cool. Probably hear it. Guy on that bass boat over there has got one. They'll be fishing with live baits mostly. Yep, fish on, guys, fish on. Yep, nice one guys, nice one. He's given up ghost a little bit, so I don't know if he's that big, but we'll see. We will see. Hopefully I won't lose him, because one of the charter boys have come right next to me and he's going to give me lots of swell, so hopefully it won't slack off. I've got to try and keep on the tension. Oh, he's pulling there. Let's have a look. Another sizable, I think. Possibly just about. No, not quite, I don't think, but another bass all the same. Just on a 4-inch Candy King lure. So we'll pop him out. I'm going to check if he's sizable because I would like some for tea, to be honest. Just on a lure, there you go. Yep, he's sizable actually, so we're going to keep him, and the rest will be just for sport. I normally keep them a little bit bigger, but I really would like a few for tea today, so yeah. 43 centimetres, so fully legal, and we're only going to keep 2. There you go. Another nice bass. Alright guys, this is going to be our last drift, so it's last chance saloon, and then we're going to go in and yeah, get our boats in and sort them all out. It's not been the most easiest of days fishing, but hey, at least we've got it out, at least the sun's been out, and yeah, you know, it is what it is. I think we've learned that the inshore wrecking now is sort of coming to an end. I would have expected just a small pollock, really. You know, even just a 1-2 pounder. But yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. I had nothing the other day on them either, and that was a small tide. We fished them with a big tide today, and I've had nothing either. So yeah, we've gained some knowledge today, at least in regards to the local fishing. Well, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good week. And yeah, obviously we didn't catch too much, but you can't always catch lots of fish, because it is fishing after all, not catching. Now if I catch something else now, it'll be inserted before this bit. Take care.